r/ask Reddit. As much as it sucks, what have you grown to accept? My comments will never be the first comment on an Ask Reddit that reaches the front page. Edit. Thanks for the gold. Don't let your dreams be dreams. So just stop overusing memes. I've already totally squandered my full potential. Now, I'm just trying to squeeze an acceptable existence out of what little is left. I have not quoted myself ever past me. Better late than never. 9 a.m. 5 p.m. Monday through Friday for the next 30 years. 9-5, you lucky person. Most people are 8-5 with a 1-hour break where you sit at work and twiddle your thumbs. 8-hour workday my ass. Edit. For clarification, I'm talking about what qualifies a full-time. I know there are many service positions that get shit on by having 6-7 hours a day and get little to no breaks but are considered part-timers and aren't covered under major labor laws. My point is simply what you/Hillian Trumpeter stated, where we have little to no free time for our own lives outside of work. Let's really break this down. There is work, and there is free time. Free time is only applicable when not doing a work-related task, including commutes. Alarm goes off at 6:30 a.m. All I can do is get ready for work. Commute for 1 hour. This is also work as I am driving to work. Work from 8:12 p.m. Our lunch. While at work. No time to really do anything free time related. Work from 1:05 p.m. Commute home for 1+ HR. From 6 p.m. until 10 p.m. is my only real free time. Most of this time is spent tending to chores around the house. I may get about 2 hours of that to play a video game or something. Oh, and I have no kids yet. When I do, there will be no free time. Weekends of course are the only freedom I have for now. Until I move up to a systems administrator position and am then on call 24/7, 365. Sigh. This is what we call life supposedly. I'm a high school teacher. I would absolutely love it if my students would listen to me when I talk about college and the real world. I wish they would let me teach them about my mistakes so they can learn from them and avoid what I did. Unfortunately, I've come to the conclusion that the overwhelming majority of teenagers simply won't listen and they just have to learn it for themselves through first-hand experience. Between youth and wisdom lies a chasm that words alone can never cross. Between youth and wisdom lies a chasm that words alone can never cross. That's a beautiful sentence. I hope you like this. That my dad will never be able to recognize me again, and we'll never be able to have another conversation even though he's still alive. That's rough, man. If it's any consolation, he'll go through the grieving process and be done with it by the time of his father's death. At the funeral, the only emotion he'll feel is relief. Edit. Your experiences will all be different because your grieving processes are different. I am not such a great person, and my kids are just mediocre. I genuinely think that the key in life is to be at least silver in the things that matter, while feeling blessed at being gold in anything. Thanks, Aunt Judy. Have fun at bingo, K. My career will never be what I thought it would be. I'm 45, reached about as high as I can go in my career and I've gradually realized I hate it. Not my job, but my entire field. Also, I have a family now and I can no longer change careers or afford to lose any income. So I'm just riding it out till retirement and pretending I care. Edit. Man, I appreciate the massive upvotes, but how depressing is it that so many people can relate to me? What field? My hair has migrated from the top of my head to the rest of my body. You've become a man when you transition from soaping your ass and shampooing your head to soaping your head and shampooing your ass. I want this to be a fortune cookie fortune. Not everyone is cut out for marriage and family. There are always going to be people who go farther than me without working as hard, but I assume there will also always be people I go farther than without working as hard. And assuming you live in a first world country, there are probably a lot more of the latter. Comparing yourself to anybody is a huge waste of time and energy. There will always be somebody better and somebody worse. Bring that focus back onto yourself and try to become better than you were, and forgive yourself if sometimes you can't. That not everyone is going to like me, despite how awesome I am. Maybe if you hadn't killed Dumbledore. Dumbledore had it coming. That being alone isn't that bad. Haven't had a meaningful relationship in over 2 years. All the alone time is nice, but sometimes I just wish I had someone to spend time with, you know? At 10 years it hurts again. Source 10 years. Edit. Thanks you all for the commiseration. I often feel like an island on top myself, and hearing that other people are in similar situations is heartening, if not in a bittersweet sense. Foo-work. That either Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton will be our next president. I really worry that if and when Hillary wins the nomination, Sanders supporters will be so greatly disgusted with Hillary and politics in general that they won't vote at all, especially young people, especially first-time voters. That demographic will be large enough to hand the general election to Trump. Cruz and Rubio supporters feel the same way about Trump. I won't be rich by American standards, but when you consider the entire world's population, I am very fortunate and feel certain I'll be able to retire in 5-7 years. Happy 90th B-Day. Edit. Thanks for the gold, but you gave it to the wrong guy. It is his birthday. I seriously doubt there's any way I'll live to 90, but thanks. Not all people are good. Most are, but some simply are not. All saints have a past. All sinners have a future. Oscar Wilde. I have nothing to declare except war on Austria. Oscar Wilde. This thread is giving me anxiety. As much as it sucks, you're going to have to grow to accept it. I'm not going to live into old age. I survived cancer once and now it's just a ticking time bomb waiting to go off. I'm still hoping to beat the odds, however, as there are some things that humans are going to accomplish in the next 50 years or so that I'd like to be around to witness. No matter how much you love someone, they may never love you the same in return. How odd I can have all this inside me and to you it's just words. David Foster Wallace. Edit. Thanks for the gold, anonymous redditor. I saw the quote in another Ask Reddit topic earlier today and it stuck with me. My depression and anxiety is never going to fully go away, just subside for periods. I just have to learn how to cope instead of trying to cure myself. I've likened my anxiety to a mountain, or I guess a game of Donkey Kong. I'm going to go with the Donkey Kong reference right about now. So there's you, standing at the bottom of the building, and at the top, there's Donkey Kong who's representing your anxiety. Your anxiety has taken the feeling of normalcy away from you. That's the princess up there. Sometimes, you make it up without issue. But we're really ducking bad at Donkey Kong, so we often do get tripped over the barrels that are thrown down our way. Anxiety laughs at you for this one and you get scared. You don't want to even try because you think you'll just fail. So you don't. You avoid trying new things and get settled into a rut. But, unlike playing a video game where you can get mad and quit forever, this is real life. We shouldn't do that. So, instead, you have to keep playing, and, with enough practice, you really will get better. The barrels will always be there, anxiety will always be throwing them down at you, but soon you'll be able to jump over them easily. You learn that hanging on the ladders can help you, and that getting help every once in a while isn't so bad, that there's no shame in that, and, of course, the princess never gets rescued permanently. There will always be a new princess to rescue, so you just keep going. But the feeling of satisfaction when you do rescue one, that's a feeling that will never go away. But, remember, there's no harm in stepping back and taking a bit of time for yourself. The problem won't go away, no, but you can still take a bit of time for yourself and then reapproach the problem with a clearer head. Edit. This got some attention, haha. Thanks everyone, and I really do hope that it helps, but please, use your money elsewhere. Edit 2. My boyfriend pointed out that the girl you save in the original DK isn't a princess, just Mario's girlfriend. No one pointed that one out though, but I thought I'd mention it anyway. Also changed a part that people have had other issues with. That life will never be 100% exactly how I wish it would be. Edit. I'm getting a lot of positive words of motivation and I'd like to thank those people. I suffer from depression and it's certainly hard to feel positive when your brain is constantly attacking you. Someday I hope to have it under control. Maybe life won't ever be 100%, but I'll certainly appreciate it becoming more than it is now. Currently settling for a solid 35%. That the pain will never stop. Almost 9 years ago, I had 30 titanium screws and a pair of rods implanted down the length of my spine to correct an abnormal curvature. It hurts. Not always a lot. Most of the time. There's just a dull ache. A memory of searing agony. A twinge that makes me wince when I stand up. Sometimes, the pain pretty much flattens me, and I can't really do anything other than lie down and chug some Advil. But even in the best possible moments, I can still feel the screws. Feel the scar tissue stretch and pull over metal and bone. There's something crawling inside my skin, clinging to my spine with 30 cold legs that twitch and burrow into my flesh. Sometimes I just want to slice myself open and tear it out. That much I accept. I remember too much of the hospital, though. 3 nights in pediatric intensive care. I haven't grown to accept those memories yet. I'd rather just forget. Well, this certainly puts a damper on cybernetic enhancements. I, too, live with pain that won't go away, and I, too, have some pretty terrible memories from the 7 surgeries I'd had by 14. They're pretty much my only childhood memories. Hospitals, pain, fear. Just want you to know you're not alone. That my vacuum cleaner just can't get up all the dust and pet hair. It just can't, and I've begrudgingly come to accept it. Reading through all this depressing shit then getting to this made me just die of laughter for some reason. I'll never stop feeling the bolts in my back. My incurable disease makes life miserable. The world isn't fair. My vacuum cleaner can't get everything out. I will never get taller. I'm going to be below average in height. I will never be that heartthrob women talk about or the magnetic person in the group. I am me. There's nothing I can do about that. Edit. Holy Canel 700 upvotes. Jesus Joseph Marian H. Christ de los Santos. Whoa. As a short guy, this is the worst. Women are basically trained by society to dislike you. It's really disheartening to think no matter how hard you try or what you do, some guy, 3 inches taller, is considered better than you. I used to think this same way, but people all have their preferences. I'm 5 feet 6ish and every single one of my GFS have preferred my height. Girls have their own preferences just like guys. Confidence, good clothes, and taking care of yourself goes a long way. I am in my 40s and the 20-30 somethings I work with will always and forever see me as a mom figure, an older sister, an aunt. So sad, because they're such sexy beasts. Edit. Yeah, you are so sweet, but I'm probably more a mom jeans mom than a MILF. HTTP. I. Imgur. ComZFN types. GIF. I can guarantee some of them have thought about you differently. You mom, that's gross. Getting older. La 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 la, I can't hear you. Sorry, young man woman person table. What did you say? Pubic hair is a beach. It grows faster than my ducking beard and that annoys me a lot. Pubic hair is your ducking beard. That there is no cure for the syndrome I have. It is really annoying. My cerebellum is underdeveloped and it brings many things with it. My balance isn't good. I progress visual information slower than other people and my eyes don't work together. I have low muscle tone and can't see depth. I also have to wear glasses. Everything together is just so much that I can do only a few things a day, like go to school and make some homework, and be super tired afterwards. I have to do very few chores at home, but washing dishes twice a week is already making me tired. I will have to accept it because they can't make it better and this will be my life. Edit. Oh wow. Thanks for the gold. Truth be told, if you are capable of attempting to go full on normal, with a syndrome that makes it hard for you, not only you have an uncommon condition, but an uncommon toughness some people without syndromes lack. Keep at it. No matter how hard I try to use the force, it will never work. Do or do not. There is no try. That cardio alone won't make someone skinny. You don't lose weight in the gym, you lose weight in the kitchen. True that, and that's the harder part, in my opinion. Life is unfair. Don't view it as life is unfair, but as the world doesn't owe you anything. It puts things into better perspective. That's just dressing it up though, isn't it? If you start with nothing, in a broken home with no one teaching you that education is important, are you on a level playing field with someone born to a wealthy family that can literally buy your way into Yale? Yep, you get what you get as a start, but it sure isn't even and it sure isn't fair. Hence, life is at its core, just not fair. Due to my personality and looks, and the effort required to change them, I am going to die alone. If you learn to drive a bus you won't have to. Well, you'll die with at least one reply. That my dad is dead. That I will never get to see him or talk to him again. That my 8-year-old lost his grandpa, his best friend. That I never got one photo of my dad and my baby together. And that he will grow up not knowing how kick-ass his grandpa is. That my grandma prevented me from seeing my dad at the end of his life. I don't know why she did that. I last saw my dad and hugged him on the 31st of July, 2015. I begged to visit with him every day until he passed away on the 3rd of September, 2015. That my dad died knowing we loved him. My girlfriend of 8 years breaking up with me via text message and then dating her co-worker 2 weeks later. Duck, I'm still salty. I have to shave my back. I was gonna say that I accept that some people have perfect lives. Then I realized I still loathe those people. That life is just a series of shitty things that you don't want to do but have to because money, mixed in with a few nice things like sushi and weed and the Strokes. She doesn't love me anymore, and we won't be getting back together. It sucks but that's life. I'm getting over it. Slowly, but still. Some progress is better than no progress, right? That I'll never do something with my 15 years of trumpet playing and jazz studies degree. Oh well, it is then. Resetting passwords until I die. That I'll never be able to relive my childhood. It's one of the best parts of your life and you spend most of it wanting to grow up. America will keep electing a Democratic president and a Republican Congress and we'll just keep having gridlock. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.